The video you're watching right there are protesters who stormed the headquarters of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Abuja, to protest against the ruling of the Supreme Court on the deadline of use of old Naira notes. Don't be confused. The Central Bank of Nigeria has brought up this policy of swapping your old currency to get a new one. But unfortunately, none of that is happening. Right now, people are having difficulties accessing the new Naira notes. Now, that being said, let me bring you up to speed for those who do not know. 3 governors from the north of Nigeria decided to drag the federal government, Central Bank of Nigeria, to court over the deadline. They have prayed to the court to restrain the federal government and CBN from enforcing the deadline for the use of the old Naira notes. Now, this organization, calling itself CSCCC, Civil Society Groups in Nigeria, Civil Society Central Coordinating Council, they stormed Central Bank of Nigeria, protesting the ruling that says extend the deadline. Extend the deadline. Are you shocked that there are people who could go out to say, yes, let the deadline be the deadline? The question a lot of people are asking, if the deadline is the deadline, is there the new currency in circulation as it should? Now, the national coordinator of this group, Obed, while speaking on Wednesday, urged Buhari to issue an executive order maintaining February 10 as the deadline for use of old Naira notes. In fact, Malami has quickly rushed to see how he can seek an injunction to make sure that February 10 stays as February 10. We all know that elections are there. Election is just right at the corner, and February 25th, we will know who will be the president of Nigeria. So, what is this all about? That is a question that a lot of people are asking. Okukwe added that the Apex Court order did not restrain the exercise of the constitutional powers of the president. He also called on the Supreme Court not to yield its platform for election riggers to have access to illicit cash to compromise the forthcoming elections. And this is where I'm seeing ignorance and foolishness being presented. Let us ask ourselves a simple question. The Nigeria that you know, is it going to be difficult for Buhari if he were about to become president of Nigeria and he has the support of Atiku, Peter Obi, and Tinubu? Would it have been difficult if the same policy had been implemented, had been in place? Would it be difficult for these 3 trios, these 3 people, 3 musketeers, these 3 groups of whatever they are, would it be difficult for them to get access to the new Naira notes? No. Bola Ahmed Tinubu can get as much Naira notes he wants from the Southwest, from his governors, from people who are loyal to him. Governors in the North, governors in the Southwest. He will have access to the new Naira notes if he needs to buy votes. Same with Atiku. Are you saying Atiku will not have access to the new Naira notes as a businessman? One. Also as a politician. And with his PDP governors. What are we saying here? Is it not going to be the same for him if he wants to get the new Naira notes? Labour Party candidate Peter Obi from the Southeast, or from people who are loyal to him? Well, we've seen central bank officials going round some banks in the southwest of Nigeria. It is not something that is in anymore that Emefiele decided to come up with this policy so as to fight Bola Ahmed Tinubu, fight APC, because it was promised. We saw all of his campaign vehicles and posters, but somehow he didn't get it. He wasn't supported. He wasn't presented to the people as he expected. He has done a lot for the cabals, for the people in the north, The cabals in the north, he has done a lot for them. Corruption, looting, and terrible things. He has done a lot for them, hoping that he was going to be given that presidential seat on the platter of gold. But that is not the case. We know that you, the masses, are the ones suffering. Or is it Bola Ahmed Tinubu or his children? Have you seen Atiku or Peter Obi's children rushing to the ATM, trying to break into the banks and all the suffering and chaos that is happening? Have you seen any of their children there? No, they don't have that problem. Example, you saw people spraying money at the party, stepping on it. Those people doing that are connected to the bank or connected to some people high up there. They will not go through that suffering. It is you that will go through it. Maybe they might feel that pressure a little, but be very, very, very sure that 80% of the money released by the central bank is already in the hands of those who need it for this presidential election. End of story. So coming out to say vote buying, that buying, well, I'm very sure that votes will be bought and people will be very desperate to even collect the money for the vote because they don't even have money. They don't have money to spend. They don't have money to spend. So imagine people that had cash in the bank and they cannot get money to buy food and do things that they need to do normally. Imagine what will become of them. Hunger has been weaponized already. What will become of them? Should someone come to give them 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira? Come and just thumbprint for Atiku. Come and just thumbprint for Peter Obi. Come and just thumbprint for Tinubu. They will joyfully go there to do what they need to do for that candidate that has paid them. That is the truth. But then, well, there are people of different opinions, and we know that everyone has a right to their own decision or thoughts or whatever it is. The governors of Kaduna, Kogi, and Zamfara, they were the one who moved. They decided to move against this, and a 7-member panel led by Justice John Okoro stopped the move of the Central Bank of Nigeria and the federal government of Nigeria. And they said, enough is enough. We cannot continue this way. But we will see, because, come on, this is excruciating. The situation could lead to anarchy. And I mean anarchy. It could lead to, look at protests everywhere. Protests from people who want access to their money, to their funds. Look at it everywhere, protest. People want access to money. They are hungry. Let us look at it deeply. And you think this will not lead to anarchy? It could lead into a riot that will put an end to that election. Whatever your thoughts are, let us meet at the comment section. Don't forget to like and share this video. It's very important. And I see you in the next video.